Live.
Hey, we're live on YouTube again. Are we ready?
So make sure she requested recording the room.
Okay, so we back. I don't know how much of that got unstreamed, but I hope that you all heard me say that. It's like Harp is really doing this damn thing out there today. You know what I'm saying? In the middle of the night, shout, I woke up like I was having hot flashes, and I was like, what is going on? And but anyway, we're aware of all these things. Why? Because we're poets. We're some people call us nerds. I just think we're intellectuals who want to know. I think I'm a hip nigga who ain't gonna let nobody get over on me. I'm an activist through my poetry. I'm an activist in everything I do. And this Tamika Festival is all about us rising to our high selves, us being our best selves, giving homage to the people in our community that serve us, giving homage to the people in my community of poetry who have made strides and elevated the art in so many ways. Um, I can't believe, shout it, it's a nigga who be trying to give me his dick, just calling me. What the fuck? I told this, and then okay. Anyway, I don't even know why he did that. Now he just told. I ain't gonna never deal with him anyway. And let me say this about myself: I'm free. A lot of people are not free. I don't care what you think, because it don't matter to me. You are not God. You are not my God. I am God. You don't put me in a heaven and hell. I do by my decisions, and I empower everyone with that same power to know that it is up to you to do everything you want. You are a creator. And you are also, it's not about the so-called devil. We give the devil power, but it's not the devil, it's how you respond to it. And I rebuke that big dick in the name of Tamika. I just want to say that. But we're gonna have a good time. If you on YouTube, send me a question, ask me anything. I got stories for days. I'm still waiting for us to go live so I can, share it with my people. Okay, all right. So I just want to tell y'all about, it's still in the last chat.
Refresh your screen and put on the first video.
Let me tell you a little bit about myself. My name, like I said, is Tamika. I'm from the west side of Atlanta, Georgia, born and bred. I went to Payne Forest Elementary School, Kennedy Middle School in the Bluff, and Washington High. I'm a proud graduate of Booker Talaferro Washington High School, the oldest high school in the Southeast. We'll celebrate 100 years in 4 years, 2024. And I've always been about excellence and legacy. I'm from Atlanta. I am from the home of Black progression and Black excellence. I don't subscribe to this mediocre bullshit that everybody be riding on. I am not aesthetically impressed about your money or how you look. It's about who you are and what you do and how you serve that fuels me. That's what it's about. That's how you leave a legacy. I'm sorry, Shada. I don't care how fine you are in the world. Nobody ain't gonna think about you when you die. Unless you are Marilyn Monroe, and that's because she was screwing presidents. Okay, if you gonna be a hoe, you got to have major penis to have a legacy. You know what I'm saying? Everybody don't get that. There's a lot of hoes who just get forgot about, and they just walking around with a wet twat. That's it. So you need to decide how you will be remembered and what your legacy will be. The same thing with you brothers. Your wealth is not in your pocket, and it's not your penis. It is your character. And that's what I'm all about. I'm about healing and helping people. And I got my first question, and I'm gonna speak on that. It's about helping and healing people. And that's what your work can do. Your work can save somebody's life. A lot of people think they're a good poet, but they're not a good person. So that diminishes your word, because when people find out the truth about you, then your word means nothing. You're a fraud. And I hate that so many people, especially in the social media world, are caught up with the image. I wish these sisters knew how lame these niggas is they be following. They ducks, but they tell you because of your low self-esteem, fairy tales about fuck niggas that they actually are, and you believe it. It's sad. And you got hoes who telling you they want love when they been, a trick all their goddamn life. Ain't no honorable woman in them. But I always say they aspirational poets. They write about what they want to be, not what they are. I write about what I am, and they don't make me any better than them or anything like that. But I'm undeniable because my word match up with my character. So that's what I'm all about. I'm about exalting these amazing artists that I've come to know all over the planet, about people understanding the lengths and the depths of spoken word, what we've been able to do. I've only followed my dreams, and if I can encourage you and inspire you to do the same, I am honored, and I am my dude. I was meeting Russell Simmons doing the very first. Able to show up and show out every night. So I put from the poetry game and new poets. Integrity, purpose. I love writing. But that you don't believe what you're talking about. You're doing what is popular or trendy. You know what I'm saying? Or you're copying someone else's style, which does you a disservice. Trust yourself. Trust your voice. The way you write is great enough for someone. And you can always expand and get better and get greater. Get you some mentors or some people that you enjoy, and figure out what is you. For too many times, I've come across artists who have watched me and tried to emulate me. Let me tell you something. Imitation is not the biggest form of flattery. Inspiration is. If you're inspired by me, I'm grateful. But if you're trying to be me, fall on the sword. That's just how I feel about it, because I put too much work into this. My testimony you can't compete with, and I don't compete with nobody else's testimony, story, or offering to the world. I got what I got. That's just what it is. And you need to be consistent in that and be good. And then also, let me say this. You all are not necessarily vulnerable. Langston Hughes said, poet, hang yourself with your words. Hang yourself. That means bungee. Just go all out. Don't worry about what nobody think. You don't know the healing that you will get, and it will also have for others. So that is something I would tell any of the new poets. Like, quit trying to be a social media star. That can come, you're viral, but you want to have a honoring this year at Tamika Festival, because that's very important to me. Every
Yo.
Okay, we back. I see this technology thing. And those of you who know me, y'all know I don't do this. Y'all know. But God say, you better do what you can do. You better do what you can do so that your mission, like the whole weekend, we've had the Freedom Church. We've had the Health is Wealth workshops, 3 workout sessions and a cooking lesson. We had the Erotic Mic, and we did also a TV show, but an interview show with Maha Adachi on Saturday. People and the good people. Shout out to the good white folk. Shout out to all my Spanish brothers and Asian brothers and sisters and of all nationality. Kilo mate to my people in New Zealand, Australia, all the Polynesian nations. Brown is the skin. Grateful for the information and knowledge that you bestowed upon us today. And so my workshop is just all about spirit and any questions you all have for me. And I want to talk about the people who we honoring. That's the whole point. I'm getting all these messages from everybody, and I don't know why they're doing it now when I'm on. I don't understand that. Like, I've been all day. Anyway, so let me tell you about these honorees. First honoree, he hailed from Augusta, Georgia. He is a down South Georgia boy. And I have to give homage to Pastor Troy. Pastor Troy, PT. Pastor Troy is an independent artist who's always been independent. He had one time we had to deal with Universal Records, but that didn't even last long. And he had like a song produced by Timbaland. It was cool or whatever, but it still wasn't the rawness that he always presented. And he's never stopped working. And people use his music all the time. He decided to go up against Stuck Up, or think he's better than anybody, and he's smart. He bought a building on Peter Street years ago before it got popping. So, and he's still be in the West End. So I just want to honor you, PT. Pastor Troy, I love you. I'm so grateful for your integrity and how you served our community and stayed down with us. He's held the ATL down for as long as he's been here, and you deserve honoring. You really do. Up next is my sister, Dawn Lloyd. Dawn, right now, y'all, we're going to pray for dealing with a legal situation. And she is currently incarcerated. And we are extremely upset over it, but her story is not unlike everybody else, just like everybody else's, dealing with a situation, get caught up. But beyond that, she helps any and everybody for years. Dawn has fed the homeless. She has the hungry and homeless. She has came up with programs and initiatives to clothe kids going back to school to make their Christmas wishes come true. She has been relentless in service. And I just feel that the world needs to know about this awesome woman who gives of herself tirelessly to others. And the thing about Dawn is, Dawn came to Washington from another school called Brown, different area. And even after she came of age, graduated from Washington High, moved away, she still comes here to serve the people. And that can't be denied, and that is to be rewarded. So I just want to, give you your flowers and let you know I appreciate you, sis. We, the West Side, appreciate you, and we are going to be here for you. And you deserve all the honoring in the world. We love you. So that she can know that we love her down here. And y'all know she was from Georgia. Y'all didn't even know that, did you? But she's from Georgia. And she's done so much, been in so many movies. 227, starring and producing in her own production. And then to be an elder and still work and kick ass, gotta give it up. And beyond that, this woman is such a light in California at the Agape Church. Everyone talks about how amazing she is to everyone, and a light and a mentor to so many. So Marla Gibbs, we love you. We thank you for being all of who you are. Tamika Fest honors you. Up next is Bernice King. Now, how many of y'all know Bernice King? That's Dr. Martin Luther King's daughter. The thing about Bernice King is she used to be out there in the street. She was ostracized from media. Nobody knew about her because she was out here hustling, doing all kinds of stuff, trying all kind of stuff. But she has returned home, and she is the creative director and I believe president of the King Center for Nonviolence here in Atlanta. And I don't ever hear anyone talking about you who was such a way that it just can't, it need to be recognized, because most people just forget about it. People come to Atlanta, and that is a major thing they want to see, is to see the King Center. Where is Martin Luther King's tomb, what he has done. And she got it up and running so well. And we applaud you, sister. We proud of you, sister. We thank you that you are at the helm for your father's legacy, doing a good job where your mother left off. Next in line is the famed Washington, Booker Taliaferro Washington High School, Booker Taliaferro Washington Comprehensive Historical Humanities High School, which I am a graduate of, and a graduate of, and Martin Luther King is a graduate of. Many famous people have graduated from there. Well, Our sister Gladys Knight went to Archer, but she was there for a minute. But her brothers graduated from Washington. The first Black man to own an airline graduated from Washington. Some of Beyonce writers graduated from Washington. The first Black man, not the first Black man, but the Capital City owner of Capital City Bank went to Washington. And you can go on and on and on, because it was a place where people sent their children in the South to Atlanta for the high in Atlanta, Georgia. And we will be celebrating 100, that I could have an impact. Ever graduated from there, ever came to a game to watch the amazing band. We had the best band in the land. I thank God every day. A lot of people don't hold their high school dear. In Atlanta, we hold our high schools very dear to our heart. If you went to Doug, you went to Mays, that means something. You went to George, you went to David T. Howard, that means something. You went to Archer, you went to Harper. These are all very amazing Black people. Charles L. Harper had a school named after him, but he was the first principal at Washington High. I'm just saying a little tidbit for you people. That's how much I love my Michael Harriet. You know how we used to all have Terry McMillan books when she came out, or the new Ayanna, or when you got remember Elaine Harris, all that. Act like that's Michael Harriet. Go get his book. We need to support us. So the next person, these two young ladies, I'm putting them together because they both. I don't want to put them together. I'm gonna do them separately. The first young lady is a poet. She wrote a book. I'm not lying, but I'm telling the truth. Or I'm telling the truth, but I'm lying. It's one way or the other. I'm sorry, Bossy. Her name is Bossy Ikpe. She's a Nigerian American woman, and she not suffers, she thrives in spite of having bipolar disorder. And she was a cast member of mine. She was on Def Poetry, amazing, beautiful sister. And while we was on the road, she discovered that she had bipolar, that she was bipolarism. Is that the term? Someone correct me if I'm wrong. Yes. The way that she has helped people by telling her story, the way that she has created a platform off of something that's supposed to debilitate you and stop you from doing what you want to do and need to do is amazing. She even had Michelle Obama following her, and her book sold so well in every bookstore, airport you can name. We so proud of you, Bossy, and we support you in everything you do. Know that the Tamika Festival, Georgia, me, you know, we ain't gonna talk about how you used to run up on hoes trying to get them to fight and then have me fight them. Y'all, she did that for real. We was in Scotland. She was like, well, if they say something, I just get Georgia fighting. And I would, but you know, but I love you, Bossy, and we honor you this year. The next young lady is Stacey Ann Chen. For those of you who don't know Stacey Ann Chen, she's an acclaimed writer, speaker, activist, especially for the LGBTQIA community. She had amazing, first she had her book, and then she had a one-woman play that was produced by Cynthia Nixon and Rosie O'Donnell called Motherhood. It went from plays, theater in New York to being on the road and up in Chicago. And then they made it into an actual show called Motherhood. And Stacey Ann, we're so proud of you. Like, you are amazing. You're an amazing mother. Shout out to Zuri. And that was something that she wanted in her life. Like, we even came to blows over the fact that she thought I thought I was saying she couldn't be a mother. Never. But she's an amazing mother. She's an amazing mother to so many in her caring nature, in her activism, in her fight for what's right. Is who she is. And we honor you. So don't ever stop fighting for what's right, Stacey Gang. Even if people disagree with you, continue to fight for what you feel. And that's all that matters. We honor you. Tamika Fest loves you. And the next person is a friend of mine, but even beyond him being
Yo,
Yep, that's it.
it look like that's it.
All right, cool.